There are at least 42 commissioned aircraft carriers in service with at least 14 navies around the world. We put together a list of 5 of the worst commissioned flat tops, which have a history of breaking down or limitations on the missions that these ships were built to perform. 5. China's Liaoning, ID number 16. Commissioned in 2012, the Liaoning is a Kiev-class aircraft carrier, previously named Variag, that Beijing tricked Ukraine into selling by sending a Hong Kong businessman to purchase it under the guise of it being used as a casino in 1998. The Liaoning was later commissioned in 2012, becoming China's first aircraft carrier, considered as the symbol of a new uprising superpower China. But just a few years later, the Liaoning was spewing steam and losing power, and in at least one incident, a steam explosion blew out the ship's electrical power system. Electromechanical engineers had to risk their own lives to get into the dangerous machine room to fix it. Since then, the Liaoning has been rather unreliable, like most Soviet Kiev-class carriers, and used mostly as a training carrier along with a powerful team of tug ships in case the machines breakdowns. 4. Russia's Admiral Kuznetsov, ID number 063. The Kuznetsov is also a Kiev-class carrier that is currently undergoing repairs and won't be ready for service until 2021. She is the sister of the Liaoning of China, previously named Variag. The initial name of the ship was Riga. She was launched as Leonid Brezhnev, embarked on sea trials as Tbilisi, and finally named after Admiral of the Fleet of the Soviet Union Nikolai Gerasimovich Kuznetsov. Commissioned in 1995, the Kuznetsov experienced a serious breakdown in 1996, and wasn't available again until 1998. In October 2016, the Kuznetsov was sailing to Syria through the English Channel on a combat deployment when it was spotted belching thick clouds of black smoke. Dmitry Korenberg, a senior research scientist at the Center for Naval Analyses, previously told, "The main problem with the ship is that it has a very problematic propulsion system, it's just unreliable." 3. Thailand's Chakri Naruebet, ID number 911. Commissioned in 1997, the Chakri Naruebet was once a fleet carrier, but was later relegated to a helicopter carrier in 2006, mostly because of budgetary issues. Initial intentions were to operate an air group of ex-Spanish AV-8S Matador Harrier V/STOL aircraft. However, by 1999 it was reported that only one Matador was operational due to parts, training, and fiscal limitations. Although the Chakri Naruebet was used after the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami and in rescue operations after flooding in Thailand in 2010 and 2011, the carrier has mostly resided in port for much of its 20-year career with the Thai Navy. So while the Chakri Naruebet has not necessarily suffered from design flaws or repeated maintenance issues, we included it on the list because it's simply not being used for what it was supposed to. Other than disaster relief, the carrier's few other departures from port are for a single training day per month, and transportation of the royal family of Thailand, leading to claims by some naval commentators that the ship is merely an oversized royal yacht. 2. Australia's HMAS Canberra, ID number L02. Commissioned in 2014, the HMAS Canberra is a landing helicopter dock carrier, and one of 2 for the Royal Australian Navy. It is named after the Australian capital, Canberra. Although the HMAS Canberra took part in RIMPAC 2016, it was sent back to port in March 2017 with serious propulsion problems. It was expected to take only about 7 to 10 days to resolve, but in May 2017, the Canberra was still undergoing repairs in dry dock. Rear Admiral Adam Grunsell told ABC in May 2017 that it may well be a design issue. One of the problems appeared to have been that faulty engine seals were leaking oil into different engine areas. Her sister HMAS Adelaide suffers the same systematic issue. And number 1. America's USS Gerald Ford, CVN 78. Commissioned in July 2017, the $13 billion USS Gerald Ford is the most powerful and capable supercarrier ever built. It is named after the 38th President of the United States Gerald Rudolph Ford Jr., the only person to have served as both Vice President and President without being elected to either office. But the fate of the USS Gerald Ford is not so lucky. It's been dogged by repeated problems and is still not ready for combat a year after it entered service. In April 2017 and January 2018, the Ford was sent back to port after experiencing a main thrust bearing failure. In May 2018, the Ford was at sea undergoing trials, when its propulsion system malfunctioned, forcing back to port again after only 3 days. The Ford has also had issues with the state-of-the-art electromagnetic aircraft launch system and advanced arresting gear systems designed to launch and recover airplanes, which have suffered repeated delays, despite recent reports of progress. Renowned ship expert Eric Wertheim commented, "If you had looked at many of the most successful weapons and warship designs, they often might have looked like miserable failures early in their life cycle, but they eventually turned a corner. If a warship is still underperforming its mission after a decade or more, it's probably not a very sound design." Please like and subscribe button below. Or click the bell symbol to be alerted of new video every day from Top 5. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe button below. Or click the bell symbol to be alerted of new video every day from Top 5. Thank you for watching.